Well, Chris and Sarah, today Child Protective Services reports that there are 2,400 kids in foster homes across Bexar County. 800 of those are ready to be adopted. Tonight, a San Antonio man who found support and stability in the foster care system and now success on the other side. It was apartment 633.
It's hard for any young person to see and witness the things that, occurred out here.
Philip Hodge was 9 years old when he and his 3 sisters lived here in this East Side apartment with their mother. We walked and talked about his old address, old memories from this place.
Shooting, drug dealing, everything you can name. In the house alone, no food, nothing.
Hodge says his mother was a drug dealer.
This guy kicked in the door, beat my mama up, grabbed me by the neck and hung me off of that balcony. You innocent. So, yeah, it was a scary moment in my life.
Child Protective Services stepped in. Philip's mother lost her parental rights. He believes being in the custody of the state saved his life.
To be honest with you, I would have been in prison or dead.
Over the next several years, Philip and his siblings lived in a total of 10 shelters scattered around the state.
That's Teresa Brown.
Until finally, a foster home full of love from Teresa and Frankie Brown.
Life is precious, I know that now. Don't train your mind frame that somebody owe you something.
Today, at the age of 23, Philip is a young man with a diploma. He's employed as a certified nurse's assistant.
Yeah.
He's also a performer, a rapper with a CD.
I feel like I can take you out.
Philip was never adopted, but wants kids living in foster care to know that they too can find success. This former neighbor who remembers that little 9-year-old is glad he did.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, brother, put your hand in God's hand and just keep stepping. Just keep on stepping. Don't look back.
Bridget Smith, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
Easy with scope and shot, got a boosted gas, got it, and I'm gonna miss everybody. All the roads across my gang, look to the road to pray. Pray to justice ain't not super for me to say. Got a nigga got you need, told me to fit the seat for them feet. Never did about my brain, what way, yeah, for my other every photo, everything, got me ready, all of the doors, all of the perfect, you say you about me, yeah, got just my trust, in my cook. What can I do? Somebody tell you now. Can I get a whistle? What I do all in my life, but wiggle. We pray. Every day. We pray. Still we live. Now put it in roast, well, I'm gonna tell them 7. That's what I've been. Well, if he's acting a fool, instead of keeping him family, he's acting homely, he's got laughing. Why you laughing? We're passing glasses to be. So no, crossroad, y'all know, cause I love the funkers, baby. Run, couldn't be gone. But once I die, I gotta go bye. All the stuff could do was cry. Wanna kill my guy, hey man, I miss my Uncle Charles. Asian be gone, from the tongue, God bless his soul is gone. Ooh, crazy bone, come on, got it in show. When y'all call me, better believe on, got to show you can leave on me. We pray. Every day. And we pray. Every day. We're at the crossroads. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Long ground. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Long ground. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Then I'm gonna start to heaven. get it bone. Anybody when the chest is stone, and just knees and Philippines or something. You know, but never gonna go the limit of what it means. So again and again, tell me what you gonna do. Somebody everybody tell me why, please. Can somebody everybody tell me why? We die. I don't wanna die. See you at the crossroads, you're running.
They wondering if a nigga been a racket. Putting it down for Texas, over here in Odessa, Texas. Blowing up that pizza, riding with the cruiser. Got a Mavis and Keisha, in the back going on that Keisha. Finna get up, get crunk in this motherfucker right on the side. Tell them niggas that I'm broke at his home. Nigga pin paper, nigga right on the page. Fuck that beat up, put the beat up, with the beat up. I got a bad bitch in the back, in the leg, with a bad bitch with a bad hat, with a bad beat up. And I told her that I'm rolling, I told her roll the cane. She said I'm from Odessa, I said bitch why you can't? Stop sign, a nigga finna check, doing it off the brain. Odessa, did I rap?
Yeah. On the spot, you see it's Jersey, urban when it's hot. ACC, #1 nigga. Ain't no other rapper taking my spot. Texas A&M, cause I'm going like an Aggie. Talk shit, nigga, if you wanna get the baggie. You can get her, you can give it to your homeboy. Tell your dome girl she can come and get the caddy. I'm Cadillacing when I'm slow, when I'm ripping. Do it off the dome and you know the foes tipping. Ain't no other nigga spin it off the dome, call it freestyle, you know I'm steady ripping. Put it on YouTube, you know that I move through. I get up on this beat, then you know that I cruise through. I ain't never rolled shit in my life. Tell a bitch if she want it, she can come with a knife. Woo! I think it cuts hard when the beat goes in. They want me to rap, I guess I'm just a flow in. I guess I'm really just a kicking down the dough, Cause I ain't seen no space, I got the dough in. Flow in when I'm putting the mic though. They call me Thuggizzle and this shit ain't just hype though. I do it off the dome and I'm taking your hype, You ain't even really what it I like though, Yeah, and I can do this, do that. Give me a beat, then I move that. See, back in the days, I was really on the streets, really doing it. What they call me, dope man, cause I move crack. And I be spitting that dope shit. And they call me Thuggizzle, baby, you know that I float this. And this is really off the dome. Don't let no other nigga tell you that a nigga really came, man, and wrote this. Ooh.
Alright, here we go. Please stop the cut, brother. Just give me 16 bars. I just wanna show up. Now the fact the name's Michelle, I just wanna know her. And see, I'm just trying to let them know that I'm a composer, a publisher, a boss, CEO. I'm about to show her. Hey, I kick game cause this girl's fine as what? And usually these niggas with disrespect like she fine as fuck. But I'ma be respectful and let her know that I'm serious. Hoping that she just know that I'm real. And I'm so serious, curious, baby, thinking. Doing it, not even drinking. Hoping that we can go out sometime. What you like to drinking? She know I'm cool cause she know it's from the heart. So when they start kicking that beat, then you know it's from the start. I'm a real MC, so I do it how I'm supposed to. I'm really trying to know ya, and ain't just after the culture. So 6 months, I'm thinking 6 months could be a year. So let me slide this player shit right there, right by your ear. No fear, she said she need a real nigga jail. So she don't wanna fuck with a nigga that's in a chair. So I just won't, I kick it how I'm supposed to. They call me Thuggizzle, baby girl, I'm just trying to know ya.
That's what we're trying to get to know. Right now,
straight for you, baby.
That was cute. I like.
For many kids who are waiting to be adopted, the foster care system provides the kind of love, support, and confidence they need to feel like they can make it until they find an adoptive family. And that's exactly what it did for my next guest, who I met many years ago, way before his star was on the rise. It was in 2007 that I first met Philip Hodge. He took me back to his old neighborhood on the city's east side and back to some haunting memories.
Shooting, drug dealing, you know what I mean, everything you can name. You know, in the house alone, no food, you know.
Philip's mother was a drug dealer. He remembers the day she made a deal in their apartment.
This guy kicked in the door, you know, beat my mama up, grabbed me by the neck and hung me off of that balcony. You innocent. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it was a scary moment in my life.
After his mother lost her parental rights, Philip and his siblings wound up living in 10 different shelters across the state.
I used to live in Baptist Children's Home, and I'm telling you, a lady sat me down. She said, baby, there's a better way that you can handle your stress than becoming angry. So I started rapping the words that I felt. I should expose you with a flow to like...
It was then that Philip began to find music and the love of foster parents named Teresa and Frankie Brown. Philip says it was the couple who helped put his darkest days behind him.
I felt like I had to go through that experience. I would never take it back. Any kid or child, you know, that has experienced that or is currently experiencing it, understand that, you know, your time is gonna come. I got a foundation.
Today, at the age of 28, he is confident and groomed for success. Philip has found his voice in music.
So I would always do diverse things that I knew other rappers weren't doing to, you know, get out there and, you know, be relevant, stay relevant.
Eventually, Philip's swagger and style got the attention of a promoter named Lane Arnold.
He actually found me, and from then he's been like a big help, man. I've toured with the best and been on stage with the best. From then we've been skyrocketing. I just got off the road with Snoop Dogg. We're really keeping it moving.
And Thuggizzle, as he's known on stage, has a fan base across the country. You don't get hundreds of thousands of friends on Facebook and over 60,000 followers on Twitter without being relevant.
My love for music comes from being able to have something to express my feelings. When you come from a hard background and family that doesn't really have much, that's what motivates you to grind harder in what you do. When I look back, all I can see now is success within myself, because I don't have the same pain or any kind of fears, nothing like that. You know what I mean? I know who I am, and I'm striving to be that. I don't want to be a statistic. My goal is to not just make it for myself, but help other people out there.
After seeing an aunt battle breast cancer, he tapped into his faithful following and started an organization that supports other women in the fight.
This is really coming from the heart. I don't have Thuggizzle Cares breast cancer for fame. I'm not doing it for anything other than caring about somebody, how somebody cared about me. I want to make sure that I do my part to make sure that we keep our women around.
He also founded an organization called No Different Than You, a place where more than 14,000 members help kids living with autism. And being a product of the foster care system, Philip began Reunited by Faith, a group that helps kids and parents who've been separated restore their relationship.
And I encourage all men my age and anywhere near, let's step it up. Let's be an example for these kids out there.
Clearly, Philip knows his calling, and like any talented rapper, he hasn't missed a beat.
I can only give credit to God himself for my success. I want to be a person that, you know, they can say, okay, you know, he came from this hard background, but he has his head on right.
Oh, my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Philip Hodge is here with me this morning. Philip, that story gives me chills.
Right.
Because I remember when we met one another, I was a reporter, and you were making this transition in your life. And, you know, as a reporter, sometimes it's hard to follow up and find out what people are doing. And I started hearing all these good things about you.
Right.
And that you stayed on the right path. What do you want to say to young people this morning who find themselves in the foster care system, hoping and waiting and just, you know, looking for some inspiration?
I just want to tell them, you know, keep your head up. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something. I feel like a lot of things that come from foster care can be positive if you put yourself in a positive mind frame, you know.
And one of the things that I love so much in the piece is that you found a way to not only use the voice, but you made it a mission to reach out. How has that been transformative for you? Even in the midst of your own pain, reaching out to help so many women and other kids.
Because it's kind of like when you come from a background like similar to myself, I think that everybody has a mission that comes from that. Like somebody helped me, so why would I not try to help somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only way we can genuinely keep making it in life. You know, you got to help the younger ones, you know what I mean? So I want to just be an example, you know what I mean? Share my story to other kids across the world.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And one of the things we talked about too with the families who have kids living with autism, you go to that webpage, and those are families right here in San Antonio.
Families right in San Antonio. I basically, the way I started that is because I know that it's a touchy subject for a lot of parents, you know what I mean? Like how we were saying in the interview, I mean, kids are hard to handle, just being kids, you know? So if we can get as many parents that are dealing with the same situation together, then they can help each other. It becomes not an uncomfortable subject because people feel comfortable with
the dialogue is open.
Go.
Okay, so you got something. You brought something in that you wanted to give. What is this?
Okay,
a whole bag of goodies.
These are the new Get Your Hustle Up.
Phillips 16 means for our audience who may not understand.
Oh yeah, hey, drop that beat for me, Skeet.
That for real?
Yeah, right on the spot. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now you can look me in my eye and say that it's Ken's 5. Looking at Bridget Smith looking beautiful in this guy. Feeling like I'm on top. Going to the top page. Look at San Antonio 210. That's just the top page. I'm looking like a boss. I smell like 50 and been up on my P. Diddy. So now I'm feeling like filthy rich. I think I'm getting up to that top. So understand that when you see me spit it off the dome, you know it's hot. The cameraman like he making Millie. And Bridget like don't forget about me when you get the millies. I know you feeling silly, cause didn't think I can rap too. Now you looking bad, look at me, look how this attitude going with progression. I'm grinding, no stressing, doing it off the brain, got my mind on the Mexicans. You know get connected, I'm doing it how I'm supposed to, and been up on this rap game, and no you can't hold over. I know what I've been on, spitting what I got to get on, do it off the brain, cause none of this is written on. They call me Thuggizzle, baby, so tell me how you like that. Bridget, tell me to spit another one, I'ma bring it right back.
Right back.
Yeah. That is so sick, right?
Shut it down.
The first time he did that, we were in a car now, and the rap was like so relevant to us being on the road, traveling to this restaurant or whatever. Right. And I was like, you were so talented.
Appreciate it.
That's gift. I call that gift, right?
Appreciate
like
it. No doubt.
not everybody has that.
people.
Yes, it's my favorite day of the week. And a San Antonio rapper who spent most of his life in a foster home, you guys, he's building a better life for himself right here in the city.
But as Clark is going to show us, his true calling goes beyond his business.
If you were to walk inside the San Antonio Aquarium, you would see a lot of this. Go figure. But it's not the water in the tanks that makes this place special. It's the bottles that can be found on the shelves of the snack shop and the rapper behind them.
Come on. She make it snap, snap, snap. She make it snap. A lot of us hip-hop artists are putting out sugar drinks, you know, from Kool-Aid to sodas and stuff, and I wanted to do something different.
Philip Hodge
Look at him.
is also known as Thuggizzle.
Thuggizzle remix, man.
A rapper born and raised in San Antonio who dove headfirst into the water business to complement his career as a music artist. He never thought the name he made for himself could go this far.
This ain't no tap, tap, tap.
But it has. And although his water is being sold in multiple stores throughout Texas, his connection to this one is personal. Years ago, and yes, before the water, he began a non-profit.
Well, for years, Thuggizzle Cares and the San Antonio Aquarium, we've been partnering up. So we bring these kids through, and these kids come from poverty. They come from nothing. So when they get the opportunity to be here, I mean, it just does something different. It puts a smile on their face.
Look what's coming over. I like about the aquarium that you can pet the stingrays.
Together, they've been able to create positive experiences for children who are facing hardships, many of them growing up in foster care, a system Hodge knows well.
Yes, ma'am. So me and my three sisters, we were all in and out of the system since we were babies. At the age of 9 years old, my mother's rights were terminated. We lived in a lot of shelters and group homes. Unfortunately, we were never adopted, so I aged out of the foster care system at the age of 21.
Everything he's been through has led to this. A former foster kid with a talent for freestyling, rapping about the water he's selling in the aquarium his nonprofit is partnering with to change lives for the better.
We need people who come from these hard situations to come back and say, you know what, this is for you too. If I saw somebody with their face on the water when I was living in a shelter and I knew that that person had been through what I've been through, I would have had all the hope in the world.
For someone who grew up with very little, Hodge has a lot to give. And what he's chosen to give has led him to gaining more than a spot in a fridge.
She make it, okay, yeah.
It's so true, Clark. Giving hope is so important. So I love his story. I would have never, you never know someone's story just by looking at them. So really neat to hear about him. And you guys were all talking about him here in the office, and I'm like, who is this guy? I gotta know.
I know. He's been on the show quite a few times. I think Bridget Smith, this goes way back, but she actually interviewed him, did a whole story on him, and just to use your story, and when you think that you're going through something that's so hard that you can't get past it, and then you say, okay, wow, I am able to overcome this, I am able to move forward and be successful. I think that's so powerful, and he's actually continuing to use his nonprofit for good. Thuggizzle Cares is what his nonprofit's called, and it supports at-risk individuals and families through support, education, and other services as well. It's really, really powerful. It just makes me love San Antonio so much, honestly. But to learn more, thuggizzlecares.org is where you can learn more about, how you can get involved and what else he's doing in the community.
That's wonderful. What a great way to kick off Thursday. So Thuggizzle, thank you for sharing your story with us.
From foster care to entrepreneur, Thuggizzle is showing that anything is possible with the support of your family and your community. This is the home where Phil Hodge, aka Thuggizzle, became a man.
This is the foster home that I spent the most time in, me and my 3 sisters. Right here, Frankie and Teresa Brown.
Born on San Antonio's east side, Phil entered the foster care system at 9 years old.
The system is a business, you know, but
and
for
some people look at it like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't look at it like that.
Not at all.
As far as I was concerned, you are my son.
Moving in with the Browns for the next decade helped Phil learn his self-worth.
Train us to understand that we are somebody, we are important.
I believe in fostering because giving kids a chance, you know. They've been through a lot of trials and tribulations.
As a teenager, Phil started rapping under the stage name Thuggizzle.
I ain't even gotta ask where I'm going, cause I'll be swimming on that beach, so when it comes to swimming, I am floating.
But busting freestyles isn't all Thuggizzle does.
Thuggizzle is here. Look at my friend.
Recently, he started his own line of spring water. Water he sells.
I like to support local entrepreneurs.
But also gives away.
You ever drunk water from a can?
Yeah.
Man, let me know what you think. In the black community, it's a lot of sugar, diabetes. We got to think about our health, right? You don't know who we might be coming across that need that water.
Each week, the 37-year-old is on a mission to hand out free water and encourage folks to recycle the aluminum cans.
The water is great, but it's also about helping save the planet. You know what I'm saying? By teaching people that you can reuse this or you can recycle it.
I like the fact that it's black owned.
Black owned.
I like seeing your growth also too.
Although Thuggizzle gives away a lot of water, he says he receives much more.
For your promises of who he is and who he stands for, and the vision is of you, Father God.
The same encouragement he needed as a teenager, he tries to pass on to the next generation.
Hey man, when you stick to it, man, I believe you'll make it to the Olympics. Straight up, man. God bless, all right?
Because if he made it, they can be successful too.
Because we never know what God is doing and why he's doing it, but only he knows, and when we do it, it works out the best.
They tend to be a little metallic-y tasting.
Okay. Ooh. This is going to be a great review because, see, he's used to drinking water from a can that tastes like metal. So this is where you really finna see the real. Let's have it.
I got weak hands, but I was in the army. Y'all forgive me.
It's our veterans right here, man. Y'all know how Thuggizzle cares for our veterans, sir.
Hey, you need to get some vets and send us overseas, dog.
For real, though.
Real talk. Let's put in some care packages.
Yeah.
Send them overseas to the vets over there, because water's making money over there. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up, man.
They have us drinking water out of plastic bottles that sit out in the sun all day. But I hear that's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So we need some of this in our life, dog, man. This is good, bro.
And you know we BPA free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need all that, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me ask you something. Do you taste any metal in there?
No, man. This tastes like it's straight out the well or something, bro.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, you can get these on Amazon?
Amazon and Walmart right now, man. Y'all can get them on Amazon and Walmart.
Hey, you think I'm not going to have this on my podcast? You got me messed up, my brother.
For sure.
Love you, baby. Yo, man, I'm proud of you, bro. That's good stuff, my nigga.
Man, appreciate you. I said I was pulling up on people. She seen me. He said I'm gonna pull up on you.
We over here, bro.
and jumpstarts careers. I have in the room another person, and give me a break. You see all that water there? I said, I want plenty of water. But this is called Thuggizzle Appalachian Mountain Spring Water. I'm going to open it because I may need some water. Now I'm going to explain this to you why it's so special to me. Philip Hodge, the owner, CEO, grew up in the foster care system. He credits a mentor for inspiring him. This mentor said, "You are more than your circumstances. You need to have faith in yourself." I'm also proud to have been a mentor as a presiding judge as Philip Hodge grew up in foster care. Philip, would you please stand and be recognized? Now he gets back through his music. I understand a little rapper there, right, Philip? and entrepreneurship. His contract with the county provides Appalachian Mountain spring water. So thank you, Philip. I challenge everyone in this room to explore how you can cultivate with the next generation.
Yo, it's your boy Thuggizzle, man. Hey, shout out to Judge Sakai. This was a major event. Okay, me and Judge Sakai, we have so much history because he was the presiding judge when I was going through, shelters, group homes, and foster care. So, back in the days, man, when, I was a kid, Judge Sakai made a very great decision for my 3 sisters and myself. Okay, because the hardest thing to do is to remove kids from their biological parents. Okay, because at the time when you're a kid, you don't understand that. You're like, man, somebody's taking me away from my mother. But I'll tell you to this day, and I'll be honest, the fact that Judge Sakai, terminated her rights at the time, yes, it hurt us, but it helped us. Okay, and a lot of people don't have great stories about going through Child Protective Services, but I'm living proof that any child that's watching this, kid, teenager, young adult, man, life ain't over. Okay, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Just stay positive, man, and know that and keep God first. It's your boy Thuggizzle, just giving you some motivation and inspiration. Hey.
Of commerce, our tourism and hospitality industries are rebounding with vigor from the pandemic, leading the state. Our transportation is improving, with VIA receiving historic funding for the North-South Corridor project. Our airport is undergoing a $2 billion upgrade that will transform air travel in the area. Our urban port has more than 60 projects in current development. This is $6 billion in construction over the next 5 years. And the expansion of Texas A&M San Antonio has sparked a wave of growth in the South Side. In a few years, we will have a new county hospital that will provide greater health access to an underserved community. We're seeing the dream of the Greenway Trails come closer to completion with the development of trails on the west and south sides of our county. But there is so much more work to be done. Settlement funds to support recovery programs that treat drug and alcohol addiction, restore families, and then help people live more productive lives. We are combating food insecurity with programs to provide meals to seniors and families through partnerships with Meals on Wheels and the San Antonio Food Bank. We are partners with STRAC to innovate and execute new public health programs for first responders. I'm excited about the revitalization of the San Antonio State Hospital, a potential game changer in the way we treat mental illness throughout the region. Our community is lacking in treatment beds. The redevelopment of the hospital with an infusion of state funding can begin to address the gap. My goal is to transform this underutilized facility on the south side into a regional.
It's your boy Thuggizzle, man. Just letting y'all know a lot is changing by the grace of God only. I'll be sitting at the table with Judge Sakai. It's your boy. Hey.
Live our lives. In fact, for some minority business owners, it permanently closed their doors. As News 4 San Antonio's Marisa Mendoza reports, those who made it through the pandemic are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
COVID kind of knocked the wind out of us and a lot of businesses.
The owners of this window washing company are excited about their future. They say COVID wiped out many businesses, but thanks to strategic partnerships, like the one they have with Hyatt Hotels, they managed to survive.
The fact that we're able to even be here on level footing, then that helps us.
They were just one of 32 minority-owned businesses invited to be part of Hyatt Hotels' Change Starts Here event. The company pledged to increase the number of minority-owned vendors and suppliers in their hotels 10% by 2025. With at least 150,000 people visiting the hotel each year, partnering with quality businesses is key.
I'm just looking to promote their product and their services throughout our sister properties as well as the community here.
We need to feel empowered.
According to the city, city, there is not an accurate count of how many minority-owned businesses, since there are different ways to register a business in the state. Entrepreneur Philip Hodge just started this drinking water company. He says networking is crucial for the Black community.
These are great businesses, and if San Antonio knew more about these businesses, I think that they would have more support.
The event Change Starts Here is the first of its kind in the state of Texas. Vendors who participated in today's event hope many more are to come. From downtown, Marisa Mendoza, News 4, San Antonio.
Our spring water is the same chemical and mineral composition as it was underground. Slowly filtered by granite deposits, the water is purified while natural electrolytes are added for a healthy, pure, delicate flavored water. Once collected, we process the water with ultraviolet light before bottling.
Inspiring stuff. He went from the foster care system to entrepreneur and influencer.
Philip Hodge spent years hustling to make a name for himself and give back to his community along the way.
As the night team's Patty Santos explains, a major hotel is now taking notice of his work.
Look at our bottles, it's very colorful, and a lot of sodas and juices, that's how they attract the kids.
Philip Hodge hopes the anime style and colorful design on his reusable water cans will influence customers.
It's a hard business. You can find water, every brand, everybody has a water. If you're Pepsi, if you're Coca-Cola, everybody has a water. Why get into the water business?
Well, like I said, it's all about the influence, right? If I drink nothing but water, I can influence people to drink water.
The San Antonio artist and entrepreneur launched Thuggizzle Appalachian Mountain Spring Water in 2021.
This is a representation that you don't have to give up, that you can do it.
At 9 years old, Hodge and his siblings entered the foster care system. He thinks his story and the brand has helped him move his product into a partnership with the Hyatt Regency San Antonio Riverwalk. Thuggizzle water will be offered in its marketplace as well to its, quote, VIP overnight guests. In a statement, the hotel says its goal is to support small businesses and nonprofits.
There's a lot of black businesses that they're bringing in. So they vow that they'll be doing business with about 10% black businesses. We're included as one of them.
Hodge does most of his advertising on social media, where he has thousands of followers. He also started a nonprofit aimed at helping families with parenting classes and case management.
Just want to speak to every foster kid out there, whether you're living in shelters, group homes, or you're in the process of aging out, man, just keep your head up because it's not easy for us,
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.